Hello, friends. This is Adam with Movie Guy 365. Another month is in the book, so I thought I would go over what I feel are the top five 4K Ultra HD releases of October 2025. Here we are in the last quarter of 2025, and that means a big drop as far as physical media releases are concerned. Just as it was with September, October was really no different. There was a lot coming out this past month, both in new theatrical as well as catalog titles arriving on the 4K format. So, in this video, I'm going to give you my top five 4K releases that came out in October 2025. And as always, I encourage you to put in the comment section below what your top five for this past month were. So, to start things off, when it comes to Westerns arriving on 4K, I am a huge fan. More the better, in my opinion. There are so many great Westerns that still have not arrived. But for this past month, Sony decided to give us Silverado. Now, if you've been in the game long enough, you know when it comes to Sony and catalog, you're in really good hands because this 4K, it is pretty awesome. I love how the picture turned out on this one. Full HDR and Dolby Vision really brings out that desert earthy tone playing very well. I think it looks really fantastic. And they even gifted us a Dolby Atmos track. And it's one of the things I love about Sony is if they're able to, they usually include it in their catalog 4K releases. Silverado, I highly recommend. It had been a number of years since I saw this one. It was great to revisit it, but the 4K, I loved it. I think Sony did an awesome job. So definitely check out Silverado and add it to your own collection. I'm typically a fan of anything that Well Go USA puts out, especially their 4K releases. They do a very good job. And for the month of October, Samurai Fury on 4K from Well Go USA, it is certainly deserving to be on my top five of this past month. I love a good samurai film, both new and classic stuff. And I really enjoyed this one as a story. Picture wise, very clean. It looks modern. So if you're more of a traditionalist, that may be a little off putting, but I think I like any kind of style. I think it looks really, really good. Colors are well pronounced with HDR and Dolby Vision on this one. And I think picture wise, it's really solid. And they even have a Japanese Dolby Atmos track. Very immersive. It's a lot of fun. The movie clocks in at over 2 hours, so that's plenty of time to get some really cool audio cues. I think it's a very full body track, and it's a really enjoyable film. I recommend it as a blind buy to anybody. Samurai Fury from Well Go USA, number four on this month's list. Check it out. Sitting at the number three spot is a 4K release from Warner Brothers. They've been having some hits and misses as far as when it comes to their audio tracks are concerned for the past year or so. But for number three, Weapons, highly recommend you check it out. It makes for a very solid 4K experience. It's a really dark and kind of moody type of film. And I think just it looks really, really good. No problems whatsoever. Clean picture, full HDR on this one, looks really solid. Black levels are handled very well. And the Atmos, it's one of those unassuming and purposeful Atmos tracks. It's very reliant on atmosphere, some good ambience thrown in. The creepy factor is also there. You get a lot with as far as both picture and audio quality. It's also one of my favorite films of 2025. I recommend this one very highly just based off the movie. But as far as the 4K goes, check it out. Weapons, it definitely deserves to be on the list. When it comes to 4K releases and A24, I have to say they are probably the most underrated because depending on the movie, recently with Warfare, which was a top tier disc, which I'll probably be touching on in a future best of video. But for number two, Eddington, this is pretty cool. I mean, this is a very well rounded and at times demo worthy 4K disc. Picture wise, exceptionally clean. Just like Silverado, it relies on the earthy desert tones in most of the picture, but HDR and Dolby Vision on this one just accentuates the palette very well. Really nice looking picture, clean. I think if you're more into how modern films look, you'll really be pleased. And the Dolby Atmos on this one is also, you're not expecting it. It has some really fun moments. It's pretty heavy-handed on the LFE. I mean, Katy Perry's Firework, I was actually getting complaints upstairs about it. My wife was not too happy when that was going on, but the bass in this is pretty heavy-handed, especially when it comes to late in the movie gunfire. Really interesting stuff, and the general atmos is just also well presented. Some really good use of audio cues. Eddington on 4K from A24. Highly recommend if you want I would say near demo worthy 4K. Check this one out. It's pretty great in both picture and audio. And for my number one 4K release that came out in October 2025, I don't think anybody's too surprised by this, but Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning from Paramount, easily not only one of the best of the month, but it's easily going to be a contender for the best of 2025. Paramount knows what they're doing when it comes to new theatrical releases arriving on 4K because they do not skimp in any department. Really thunderous Atmos track, check. Good looking, clean, vibrant picture, check. And also IMAX aspect ratio, the switching of the IMAX scenes. That's another check. I mean, this one has it all. The movie itself, unfortunately, was not how I would have done it, but it has its moments. But it's if this is really the last Mission Impossible movie, yeah. But anyway, for fans of 4K picture audio, you are going to have a phenomenal time with this one. It's an excellent disc from start to finish. Check this one out. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, easily the best of this month and maybe going forward, the best of the year. Speaking of best of the year, I'm really starting to think about the top 10 for the year in general, both in catalog and new theatrical stuff. And this is going to be a tough one because there has been a lot of great stuff, but that video is in the early stages of being put together. But I will have it, of course. And I will also have the top five in November in the first week of December. So check that out as well. But now I want to hear from you. What did you think were the top five 4K releases for October 2025? Sound off down below. And if you're also interested in all the titles I talked about in this video, I will post direct links in the comments section. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. I will see you at the movies.